Okay, so for those that are not aware or know who Madonna is a legendary singer. She was one of the most popular artists in the world in the 80s. She has major hits like Vogue, which is one of the big ones, which is definitely the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ's anthem. Well, in the midst of her aging and her career, she invented several African American kids. She adopted. And let's just say they're coming out very interesting. This is her now 27-year-old, quote unquote, trans son, whose name is Lords Leon. And he's trans, I guess, whatever they deem it. I'm not here to tell nobody what to call themselves. Well, a lot of people have given her flack because they feel like she groomed him and some of the other kids. Madonna herself is she's a very sexually experimental person. She's who I would call a trisexual. She'll try any damn thing sexually. So.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, she'll try. She's a trisexual. She'll try just about anything and probably have. She's also in her 60s and actually had a 20-year-old boyfriend, which is, again, I'm not knocking. He's an adult, so I'm just laying down the context. So with that being said, the question I have, and I'll start with quality, is would you consider this a form of grooming a child?
Okay, wait, I got one question though before we go there. Let me ask you, did you say she had a 20-year-old boyfriend?
Yeah. In her 60s.
Wow. And it's public, right?
Yeah. And none of the feminists gave her any flack. They actually
because I'm actually wondering, had that been twisted around and it was a man with a 20-year-old girl, then I mean we damn near killed Shannon Sharp for this now. Okay. I'm sorry, I went off topic. Let's go back.
No, you didn't. No, it's facts. They ate Shannon Sharp up.
They killed him. They killed the man.
Killed.
But all right. But I kind of do. I do see this as kind of like grooming, and the reason why I don't have a problem with any way that a person be. You know, what you decide to be is on you. Don't get me wrong. I don't have to like it, but I also don't have to. I guess deal with it. It ain't my situation. So, and ultimately, it's that person to do what they want to do. But to somewhat coerce your child or someone else to be this way is somewhat, to me, not right. I don't think that's the way to go. And kids are so easily influenced at this particular age when they're younger or what they see. It's amazing how this little box that we on right now, so many people are influenced by it. It's a small box with a bunch of little stuff on it, but everything that's on it ain't always accurate. So to be influenced by something that you're not even necessarily seeing or experiencing within yourself or something like that, I don't know how that's the case, but it is very easily done. I also think of it as, I don't want to say this, but well, I am going to say it, but I don't want to say that children are this way, but it's a weak mind. It's a weak mind. It's like your mind is weak. Therefore, it's easier to influence you to do certain things. When you're strong-minded and you teach yours to be strong-minded, I bet it's a whole lot harder. I know for me, it's way harder. You can't just tell me some shit. I got to go see it. I got to go witness it, experience it, read up on it. I got to do tons of shit just to figure out, all right, well, these are the pros and cons to it. That's my way.
Okay. King, what's your take on it?
Yeah, so I mean, I come from the era where I was old enough to know when Madonna was hot. You know what I'm saying? When she was, everybody, whether you was heterosexual or gay, was feeling her. You know, there was a time. And yes, she was kind of like a sex symbol. And I think with this ageism thing, and she got the booty implants, she kind of went to a different level. And I don't think her team was like kind of reading the room of like, hey, you know, but again, this is Madonna. She's always been bizarre. Always been bizarre. So when she adopted those kids a long time ago, we knew what was gonna go down. Just didn't know which flavor you was gonna get. We didn't know we was gonna get a transformer, but that's what we got. No offense to yours, whoever you want to be with. No offense if you want to be trans, go LGBT, CompTIA exam, whatever you want to be. That's cool, but I think when it comes to these kids, and just understanding like what I read about or see about, like how hard it is to adopt kids in America, how hard it is to adopt kids, and all the things you got to do, it's kind of like, I don't know, the alternative lifestyle can be crazy, but at the same time, it's like, man, I don't know what else we would expect from it. And as soon as I saw the whole like dancing and doing that, it's like, that has to be a boy in those clothing, because usually a full-on like girl that even is going to drag shows, they don't usually do those dances. They usually go there and watch. They don't usually do those. It's usually the dude it's usually the transformer that's doing that. So I was just kind of like, that's Madonna's kid. Makes sense. Ain't really too surprising on that one, you know.
Yeah.
I just think we just need to like really kind of like vet it and make it seem like with the adoption thing. I mean, why did you go get some African kids? That's a whole conversation. Like, what's that about? You know, what was they exposed to as a young age? Because knowing her lifestyle, like, you know. But again, in Madonna's heyday, 80s, early 90s, she did do some iconic things that made you feel like it was okay for her to come to the cookout. You know, there were some things she did with the Black Jesus video. You know, nobody ever did that nobody ever did that in the white world. So,
that's facts.
So, Madonna's crazy, y'all. That's all we gotta say. So.
That's all we can say. She's crazy.
You know, it's amazing to me how it's so easy to make a mistake and lose your kids to CPS, but then things like this can happen and CPS doesn't turn a blind eye.
That's what I was tap dancing on.
You know what I mean?
Right there.
Like, I was lightly tap dancing.
So it's crazy because like one thing I know about children is that they're very experimental because they don't know nothing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So that makes them very, very influenceable, right? So, which means that the development of their character is pretty much at your mercy. You could train them to be whatever you want them to be.
That's how influenceable they are.
So it doesn't surprise me when somebody decides to form and shape a kid's personality, even if it means accepting what they may be experimenting with. I still have to hold you negatively accountable because you didn't take the strides to stop that and say no. Right? Like, for example, little boys. Little boys don't know no better. They want to play with everything. Anything. So if they see a boy toy, a Barbie doll, or they don't give a damn. I just want to play with it. I want to tear it up. But what do? No, you don't play with it.
No.
Or no, don't play. This is not for you.
Let's go do something else.
So it's like we're getting to the point to where we're playing. We're really playing a dangerous game when it comes to what we allow our kids to do and what we don't allow our kids to do. And this is the exact reason why laws exist, because it just goes to prove you that some people never really grow up. Man. Let alone be able to parent somebody else when they can't even parent their own selves.
Exactly. Because even the playing with the action heroes and the dolls in our time was like, that still was a temporary thing. When my uncles were like, "Hey, get out there in that garage and pick that up, get that or something, pick a wrench up, something."
Yeah.
To where you gotta go and mold where it's going on, and they'll say, "Oh, you're trying to gender control someone." I'm like, nah, nobody, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Like, I understand why a girl would wear a dress. And I can see why, in some cultures a dude would wear a kilt or a dress. I can see why.
Some cultures.
I can see the accent, whatever. But I can also see why we wear trousers over here on the western side of the world. I can see why we do that. There's just things that's more so like you want to give that child the most fighting chance they can to do whatever. And guess what? Parents? The child part is shorter than the rest of the life part. Like, they're going to be adult longer than they're a child. So they get to, let them choose over there about that whole thing, Dwayne Wade. Let them choose later on. Let him go through that humility that he thought he was going to go through, because the boy really probably was just gay, funny bunny, but he wanted to act like he a girl so he can be okay to like boys. Because he probably just like boys.
I honestly, you know what? I'm glad you brought him up. I honestly think that they groomed him. I think
that's what the grooming. I gotta say, I think we need to kind of change the grooming word, because people take it away. As soon as they can take away that it's not somebody physically having a program for them to do it, it's not grooming no more. But I feel like if you don't say nothing and you got multiple type of relationships going around your kid, like you got man on man, woman on woman, type of relationships, whatever it is, they see that. And they gonna match that, just like they trying to match mama and daddy. Like my son,
that's who they want to be like.
Like my son right now, when he watch Transylvania cartoon and the dad, the Dracula dad on there, he's like, "Dad, that's you." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I get." He's correlating. What's what? So how can I say they're not correlating the other stuff? That just you're watching a good series and then all of a sudden, two niggas kissing. And you're like, oh, damn, let me change the kids eat pizza. Let me change it real quick. And it's not because you're mad at what those people are doing. It's just more so like, hey, I don't want the child to be exposed to that. I can handle it. I'm not worried.
You know what's crazy about it? This was what crazy about it. What, to me, the reason why I'm sticking with the word grooming is because you can't drink till you're 21. You can't fight. You can't go to the army until you're 18.
Correct.
You can't drive till you're 16 and 17 in some states.
Yeah.
But yet
you can do this.
But yet you can let a child determine their sexual orientation or gender. Now,
as early as 12.
Here's the crazy part about equality. Here's the crazy part about it. Now, watch how deep this rabbit hole goes. This is how you know that there's an agenda. I've seen dudes who grew up in a two-parent home who had both parents were educated, both parents made money, both parents didn't do drugs. They lived the stand-up life. all the way around. And them niggas still end up doing some thug shit, sold drugs, did drugs. Right? So here's my point to this. If they gonna go mess around and try different sexual orientations, they gonna do it. If they gonna go do drugs, they gonna do it. If they gonna go, if they want to choose to be a thug, they gonna do it. My whole thing is this: if you're gonna do it, you will never be able to fix your goddamn mouth to say you did it on my watch or with my goddamn permission. What's so hard about that? Like, why I gotta accept this shit while you under my roof and I'm paying for your motherfucking bills? I'm paying for you to live, nigga. I'm buying the drawers on your ass. I'm buying the panties on your ass. Why I gotta? When did the child become the head of the household?
When they gave him that number to call and say, hey, my child, my parents are being mean to me. I'm overstimulated. Can you talk to my parents? When they gave him that voice right there, that's when that happened because, hey, they used to didn't have a voice. Hey, kids go in the room and shut up.
Rich, I think it was, I wouldn't say then because we still could beat their ass. Now, I think it started after we stopped being able to beat their ass.
Yeah, because that means shit. I mean, I you know, I'm always letting the children have a voice, but goddamn, shut up. Because you know, they don't know what to ask for because it's too much out there. You know what I'm saying? When we was little, we asked for shit. It wasn't number McDonald's and to go outside. That was it. Maybe spend the night at my homeboy house. That was really pushing it. But outside of that, now, I don't know. These new kids, I mean, what the fuck?
And look, and that's why it was certain things that I would see when I meet a woman or talk to a woman. If I see a certain interaction with her kids, it would tell me instantly if I'm gonna cut her fucking ass off or not. I swear for God, and I stand on that shit. Like, let's say, like you got women who let their kids use their phone. What fuck are you grown? That's your phone. What you doing letting the kid use your grown phone? Man, look, you better ask my kid. What, you can't use my motherfucking phone? It's mine.
Everybody had their own.
Yeah.
But you know,
what I'm talking about for the kids that ain't even old enough to have one.
But these kids,
you
can't use my phone to play games. And if I do let you use to play games, don't make this an everyday thing.
That's what these kids do now, though, dog.
That's the way you want peace. If you want peace, you better let them use that phone.
Yeah,
or give them an iPad.
If you want to taste that motherfucking crab leg good, give them that fucking iPad.
Yes, sir. They're gonna be overstimulated.
But my point is this: when you get to the point to where you let your kids have enough power to be able to dictate whether they have use of your device,
that's parenting.
If you don't have no control on that, that's
just parenting.
That's parenting there. That's just If you haven't had your conversation with your kids, hey, you about to be on this for 15 minutes, and I'm gonna get your ass off. If you haven't said that to your kid, you haven't parented.
Well, let me say this.
Hey, my sister Angela, they used to have to turn on their phones before they go to bed.
Listen, if you ain't never told your child you got me fucked up, that you missing out. You got to let them know you got me fucked up. See, off the muscle. I'm saying all my kids know, hey, you got me fucked up. And they understand what that means. They know that nigga, hey, you got me fucked up. I don't know what you think. You came from me.
I ain't your friend.
Listen, anything that took 3 pumps and a wiggle is not finna run me. That's all it took. 3 pumps and a wiggle, you here. We done. I'm not finna argue with you. I'm not finna argue with you.
No, ain't no arguing.
Yeah. Ain't no arguing. Last show. No, man. I like saying no.
Man, I let my kids know, hey, this wasn't a love affair. With 2 pumps and a wiggle, and you here.
Say, I'm gonna give you another example. Let me call a girl, and it's 11:30, 10:30 on a school night, and I hear your kids. Oh, I'm cutting you off.
Oh, they don't put the kids in bed. They don't do that no more. Oh, they don't put kids in bed no more.
Yeah, Yeah, they let them go sleep when they want to.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
but I'm
goddamn
saying,
right.
I ain't rocking with you.
Like, damn.
They do that.
What? I could delete.
Especially when they sound like they in the kitchen. Like
What?
it's 10:30. They in the kitchen.
Man,
If
listen.
I told
What?
I couldn't even tell my mama that. So I can't deal with you. I can't Mama, she still got her kids up in the kitchen. It's 10:30.
See?
I'm trying to tell you.
Who?
I'm trying to tell you. Nah, man.
There
Don't know
he is, Big Yo.
this place. For real, bro. But yeah, so I just don't get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say that's when you know the generation really started taking the turn for the worse when we start trying to be the kids' friends.
See? Can't be the friend.
Oh, I want to respond to Yogi though, real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, Yogi, hey, I'm telling you. I saw your comment. In the 80s and 90s, I'm telling you, Madonna had everybody black, white, in a stronghold. She had niggas in a chokehold. No booty.
Listen,
Hey,
listen.
no booty. Madonna had everybody in a chokehold.
He not lying to you. Bitches had fishnets. They had on the fishnets and the earrings and the color girl, whatever that shit she did, that Suzanne movie. Oh my God, that took over for a whole summer.
He's a baby, y'all. He's a baby. He don't know.
Oh yeah, you don't know that.
In the 90s, nah, man, I wasn't seeing nothing. I know who Naomi Campbell and all them is, though, nigga. So don't blame me like I don't know who it is. I'm just not fascinated by white women.
Okay.
Hold on. Yo.
He lost it.
I'm not a big fan either, but I gotta keep it a bean.
Hey,
listen, Kinfolk, she was the hottest thing smoking, bro.
Kinfolk.
Madonna did it right now.
White girl out there, bro. The only girl who
right now. What y'all waiting on?
The only white girl that was hanging with her was a really pretty woman.
But her whole backside is shaped like an ironing board.
It don't matter.
She can get it right now, yo.
She got a BBL now.
Write it right now. That's Madonna, man.
Listen to
Cardi
me,
B.
He was wearing
she stank.
videos.
That what what's his name say? She stank.
Nobody was walking around wearing fishnets but hookers.
Yeah.
And you have to go to the spot.
There was only one other that had the fishnet that distracted us, and her name is Apollonia. For me.
Lord. Yes, sir.
And that was in the movie though.
You niggas old.
Yeah. Man.
We not dead though.
We not dead
though. We here.
We was right here.
That's the best era, man. We tell you some real shit.
I'm telling you, man. Apollonia. Oh,
what?
Man. What you talking about?
Man, do you know who?
All I know about Apollonia is when they was comparing them in the woods of vanity, nigga.
Do you know who Jane Kennedy is?
Oh my God!
Sound like a white woman.
No, that's a black one. That's your heart, son. You don't know nothing.
Bless his little heart, man.
Her and Pam Grill. And Pam Grill, they was the truth.
Grill. Look, man, there's certain names y'all can name I know about, right? But I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I know all these.
No, listen.
Hey,
don't be ashamed. Hey,
and Madonna didn't have no booty. I'm sorry.
No, we never argued that. We never said she had ass.
She didn't, man.
Who was talking about ass?
Her blonde hair looked fried, but she still had cold.
You never heard. Have you ever heard the term "big pussy white woman"? That's what they talking about. They not worried about no booty.
Yeah,
they're not worried about none of that.
So the fact that ass was in the front with that pussy.
Hey, that's Madonna, man. Like a virgin, touched for the very first time. Say that's Madonna, man.
All right, we're gonna go to the next subject, guys. Mute your mic.
Mic check.
All right, this is the next subject.